Good afternoon and welcome to our session today. My name is Quintress Safala and I will be your presenter for the day. I am joined by my wonderful colleague Upindile Wagamavundla. So if you do have any questions, comments, or you would like to let us know how you're feeling, do let us know in the chat box and we will be interacting with you right there. So we're just going to start with our session today and we will be looking at creating your digital marketing strategy. So for our agenda today, we're going to look at introduction to digital marketing. We're going to discover different digital marketing channels that are available to us. And then from there, we will get into building a digital marketing plan. But before we get right into it, please know that Google is offering a free bootcamp where you get to learn quite a lot when you own a small business as well as an organization. So do let us know, or rather do sign up for the Google Bootcamp at Google Hustle Academy at the link that is shown on the screen. We're just going to jump right into our session and we're going to start with introduction to digital marketing. But before we jump right into it, I have a question for you and I'd like you to interact with me in the chat box. And I'd like to hear from you. What opportunities might you get from connecting with your customers online? There are quite a lot of benefits from being online, right? And as a business, if your business is online or you have an online presence, you give your customers an opportunity to find you quite easily. You are able to reach a larger audience. This can be locally, this could be globally, internationally. So you're able to scale your business to reach quite a big number. And you're also able to build your brand and gain that credibility, and people get to know your business and understand your business. And you get to be out there in terms of online presence. And mobile in particular is changing how we actually behave and act as human beings. And over the recent years, there has been quite a significant increase in how people use mobile phones. And when you think about it, we have never been more connected into information and knowledge and people around us than before. And statistics says that there has been 2.5 billion smartphone users globally as of 2020, and 53.38 million people have smartphone subscription in South Africa. And of that, there is 247 million SIM connections in the sub-Saharan Africa, and 91% of South Africans own mobile phones, with 80% in Kenya and Nigeria, respectively. And there's also 18.43 million e-commerce users in South Africa. And that alone tells you that we have so much information and knowledge at the tip of our hand by just using our mobile phones. So imagine if you were to put your business online and such a big number of people would have access to your business. So basically, we have an answer to pretty much any questions at our fingertip, with 60% of searches globally happen through mobile. And when we look at it, there's like 65% of people in Nigeria that have shopped online. So this itself tells us that if we were to put our businesses online, we get an opportunity, like I said initially, to reach a larger audience, to be able to increase our sales, to scale our business, to grow our business, and to just meet the needs of our business depending on what you want your business, right? And research also suggests that 80% of sales come from only 20% of the population's most brands. And this basically tells us that in order for our businesses to actually stay relevant and to drive sales, we need to actually connect with our target audiences. And this has been found to be challenging, but this is why we have this session today, so that we are able to help you navigate through that and help us unlock those opportunities for our businesses to be online. And in order for us to do that, we're able to use those online digital tools that can actually help us with such a big role. And being online has become a potential for us to actually find more customers, right? And when you think about it, if you are not online, right, other businesses that do the same thing that you do are finding those customers or are finding those people that you're not able to reach. So we need to expand our customer base and be that business that can find be that business where people can find us all over the world and they can find us online and they can have access to us 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, right? And another opportunities that you could find with digital tools is you are able to reach that niche, the niche for your audience, where you allow your customers to actually find your products and services quite easily online. And people are now using the search engines to look for businesses, to look for product and services, and me myself included. And other ways to also use digital tools that are available to us is use tools such as Google Trends. So Google Trends help us compare the number of Google searches for product and services that are in your specific country. And specific country could be any country that you are in, be it you are in South Africa, you are in Kenya or Nigeria. And you can compare your country versus other countries, your like of USA, your like of the UK. And you're also able to see which products are trending currently, which products are doing well, which trend is currently declining. So you get to understand how to reach your audience, which product and services are currently a need in the market, right? So by being online, you're not only getting an access to customers across the globe, but you're also getting an insight on useful information that can help you in terms of your marketing strategy. And again, with these digital tools of being online on Google, it allows you to gain access and leverage all the analytical tools that are available in the various platforms that Google offer. And with these tools, you can conduct your consumer and your market research. You can keep up with the customers' demands. And you, like I said, you also get to see the trends that are in the market, right? And with Google marketing platforms, you get to gain various tools that can make the most out of your marketing. So Google offers quite a lot of free tools that can help you in terms of measuring the success of your campaigns or the success of your sales or whatsoever that your business is looking for. And you could use the like of your Google Analytics. So your Google Analytics, this is where you analyze your sites as well as your app analytics. You get to see your audience, those who get on your site, you get to see the acquisition, where are they coming from, you get to understand their behavior. What do they do when they get to your site? When they click on that link, what do they do, right? So you get to optimize and test those various sites and applications that you may have. And other tools that Google offer are your YouTube analytics. So you analyze your YouTube. If you are a YouTube person, if you offer tools, or rather you like creating content for YouTube, YouTube analytics is a great tool. There's Firebase. This is an analytics for applications. So if you have an app, you could use that to also analyze and get to understand your audience much better. There's Google Ads. So Google Ads is a free tool, not necessarily a free tool, but it's a tool that allows you to put your campaigns across Google. There's Data Studio, which is a tool that helps you bring your data to life and engage with customizable reports. And then you have your Brand Lift Survey. So your Brand Lift Survey allows you to measure the effectiveness of your video advertisement, right? So there's quite a lot of tools that Google offer, and you just need to basically find, or rather use, the tool that your business needs the most. And here's an example of how basically you could use Google Analytics to help you understand your platform customers base, right? And here you get to see that the demographics are broken down to show you the valuable insights on who your product and services resonates with. And by using analytics, you get to find out information about people who visit our website. We get to understand our customers more, and we also make our marketing material more relevant. So as you get to analyze, you get to see what you need to change, what you need to work more on, what you need. Maybe this platform is for you, probably you need to try a different platform. So you can also discover more of your customers using different social media platforms. And most social media platforms offer analytics that are already built in the platform. Your likes of your Facebook, your Twitter, and those are the most popular social media platforms today. And with those, you can find out demographics of people who are interacting with your social media accounts. You get to see what time of the day you get the most interaction, and also the type of posts that drive the most engagement. And insights like these help you understand your customers more, like we have been stating. And it also helps you make your marketing material more relevant and create that marketing material so that it connects more with your customers, and so that it could be more meaningful to your customers, right? So now we have discussed the benefits brought to you by having analytics. Now we're going to look at how do we leverage the insights to build an audience profile. And using analytical tools provides us with a whole host of insights where we can basically leverage and support our businesses in order to stimulate growth, right? And these insights help us to paint this picture of our users and profile them in the most effective manner, right? So you get to see your audiences. This is we can see who we are reaching, who our customers are. We get to profile them, we get to connect with them more successfully. You have your traffic source. This is where you discover the routes users take in order to reach your site. So basically, how are they getting to us? How are they finding us? Which platforms or tools are they coming from? Did they search me on Google? Do they come from my social media platforms? Are they coming from a different site that has probably has my link that directs them to me? So those are such things that you get to find. And with content, this is how are your customers reacting to your messages? Are they connecting with you successfully, or rather, are they connecting with your content successfully? Do they like your content, right? So this is how you see how they engage with your content. And we have conversions. Conversions, this is where customers take actions. For example, are they buying your product successfully? Are they completing that path to actually make a purchase? So these are the things or the benefits that comes with an increase in insights, where we build our audience's profile. And on top of us getting access to this global marketing and making more informed decisions about the product and services we use, being online also allows us to communicate and provide better support to our customers. And by communicating with our customers, it makes it quite easy, and becomes quite quickly when our customers, or rather, when our businesses are online. And people communicate with businesses through online listings such as Google My Business. They communicate through TripAdvisor, through social media applications. And this is where most of us, which are your customers, spend quite a lot of time, right? So communicating with our customers on social medias also have its own benefits because, like I said, you get to know your customers better. You get to understand their demographics, their interests, their locations. You get to also improve your customer service by interacting with them and getting feedback about your service or product through reviews, right? You get to create your customer loyalty and actually get to reach a broader customer base. And customers often use reviews to actually make a purchase decision. And I'm also part of those customers where I see a business, I see a product, and I want to see what are other people saying about that business. And that way I make a purchase. So it's also important that you prioritize the quality of your customer service, as well as if you do, for example, get a negative review, it's important on how you basically respond to that negative review without actually being offended or rather taking that review to heart. So another benefit with social media is you get to develop this brand identity, which is developing a positive image about your brand, which will likely increase your customers and how you do business with them. And also remember that with social media, communication can be public, right? So this itself help us market our business. Like I said, now when I think about it, responding to reviews is important, and it's another way to actually market your business. If you don't respond to those negative reviews, it will also have a negative impact on your business. So when you do get to, if you happen to have a negative review, respond to it publicly so that you show other customers that you care about their needs, you care about your product, and you care about how they feel. And that way, you get to increase how they believe in the quality of your product. So now that we have seen the benefits of digital marketing for businesses, we are going to to explore different marketing channels that we have put together that you can actually try and select the one that's best suit your business, and then we create a digital marketing plan with that specific channel. But I'm just going to pause for a few minutes just to find out if we have any questions, if we have any comments. All right, I see we don't have any questions, but thank you so much for joining our sessions today. Please do comment in the chat box or interact with us in the chat box. We would like to hear from you. So now we're going to look at different digital marketing channels. There has been quite a lot of different digital marketing channels out there. Uh, and just to explain what digital marketing is, right? So, digital marketing is basically any effort to spread word about your company using the internet in order to reach people. So, essentially, it's just anything that we put online to actually get more attention and hopefully make a point of sale from a customer. And as the digital age picks up speed, there's quite a lot of new channels that are becoming available. But it's important to get into grips with basically the ones that are already established and the ones that could potentially be beneficial to your business. And these are some of the ones that I'm going to mention now, which is your search engine marketing. So with search engine marketing is basically paying for advertisements to appear on search engines such as your Google and your Bing, so the likes of your Google ads. And you have your social media marketing, which is using social media networks such as your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, in order to gain traffic, attention, as well as to reach new people. And then we have your display marketing. So display marketing is basically online advertising that appears in different formats. This can be usually your images, your videos, your animation, as well as your text links that appears on any website across the internet. And then we have your email marketing. So email marketing is basically us collecting and using email addresses in order to communicate with our users, right? And the last one is your content marketing. Content marketing basically means that you are creating and sharing different types of content, such as your blog posts, your videos, your guides, how-to guides, your infographics, in order to attract customers' attention, as well as drive traffic to your website, of course, in order for us to actually make a sale. So now we're going to look at these different channels in more depth. And first, we're going to look at search marketing, right? So search marketing is basically all about the power of search, right? This is us Googling, or rather searching, to reach new customers. And what you see on this page right now is a search engine result page, right? And what happens here is that what you notice first is that there was a search query. So someone Googled, right, or typed something on Google, right? And the results are shown as either an advertisement or an organic listing. So advertisements are paid listings that appear right above the organic listing. So these are your sponsored or your ad icons that will appear next to these. And then you have your organic listings. So your organic listings are basically those sites that appear after the ads. And these have been optimized to appear at the top of the search and are not paid for, right? So let's look at organic listing first. And this will require us to basically understand search engine optimization. So what is search engine optimization, and how do you get started with search engine optimization? So this is a method to actually boost our visibility on search engines, right? And it's called search engine optimization, which is short for SEO, right? And this process basically involves helping Google understand your web pages and creating an experience that is relevant to your website visitors or rather your customers, right? And in order for us to get started or to build this search engine optimization, first we need to sign up for Google Search Console. So Google Search Console is a free tool that allows us to more accurately tell Google how we rank on Google search. And what you do here on Google Search Console is you submit your content to Google, and then you monitor how you are doing in search. And then Google will send you alerts on critical issues. So Google Search Console will help you identify if there's any errors or issues in your website that will make it hard for Google to rank you highly. And then from there, you help Google find your content. So what you do here is you basically submit a map, a sitemap, right? And this will help Google bots understand the structure of your site. So when it comes to being indexed, Google better understands how your site links together. So what you do on this step is you submit a sitemap, you promote your site on and offline, and then you regularly share new content. And then the third part of getting started with SEO is basically optimizing your content. You need to create valuable content that your users will really like, right? So Google highly values useful and fresh content that basically help us users find what we are looking for when we search for your business. So you need to create that unique, accurate page title. You need to create logical titles and snippets and use heading text in order to emphasize the important text in your content. So that is how search engine optimization can help you improve your website visibility so that people who are searching for your business are able to find you. But what are the top tips in with regards to search engine optimization? Honestly, with SEO, there is no shortcut, right? So you need to basically work hard in order to improve your website visibility so that people that are searching for your business are able to find you. And the top tips we are able to give you is, first, you need to conduct a keyword research, right? You need to discover and understand what words or phrases people are looking for when they are searching for a product and service that is related to your business, right? So you need to look at the title and metadata descriptions that are quite important because they are both used by the search engine in order to generate actual search results for your specific page. Secondly, you need to publish useful, high quality content. You need to understand your customers and actually create content that suits their need. And then thirdly, you need to make web pages search friendly. So on page optimization, you need to make sure that Google is able to quickly better understand your site, quickly go through your site so that it makes the most out of it, right? So with regards to search engine optimization, there is no shortcut, like I've said. So don't try to speed up the process by sneaking in those stuffing your web pages with quite a lot of keywords, because that itself is not gonna work. But also, there's another way that one can actually enhance their visibility on search. And you could do that by using this amazing free tool called Google My Business. And like I said, there's so many ways to increase visibility. And a particular effective area would be using a local business listing in search. So there's like a high number of searches every day that are local. And if you have customers that can engage with you in person and locally, then you should also consider creating a listing that is local, but it's online, like your Google My Business, your Bing, your TripAdvisor, and Yelp, right? Because we as customers ourselves use those tools like your TripAdvisors, like I said, to find local businesses such as your restaurants, your hotels, your bars. And we also look at the reviews that go with that specific business. This is why it's quite useful for us to list our businesses in these platforms, right? And your Bing, your Yelp, and your Trip advisors allows us to do the same as Google My Business. And you could use this in order to be verified with Google so that when we search on Google, we are able to find your business. So Google My Business, like I said, is basically a free tool where you create a business listing that can come up when we search on Google. You can consider your Google My Business as a local search engine optimization. And to help Google help you, when you do create this Google My Business, you need to have a more descriptive listing that will help us boost our visibilities. And without this descriptive listing, it's going to be hard for customers to find you and engage with you and your content, right? So how do you make your listing stand out when you do create your Google business? Now it's called business Google Business Profile. There are a number of factors that can affect how or whether we choose a business, or rather whether we think a business is trustworthy or rather worthy visiting, such as the images. What does it look like? What does your business look like? The reviews. What are people saying about your business? The address. Does this place actually exist? If it's not a physical place, do state that this is an online store, right? One of the best ways to actually grab your customers' attention is us posting fresh and relevant content on Google listing. And Google My Business, which is Google Business Profile, recently launched a new type of post where it helps businesses attract customers, including your special promotion. So if you have a deal that's going on or you have future events that are coming up, it has included this new feature where you're able to share upcoming events, where you're able to share coupons or specials or deals that you may have, as well as share your business updates, right? So do sign up for Google My Business so that you are able to have all these benefits that come with it. So, like we said, Google also offers a free marketing kit from Google My Business. This will help your customers stay informed about your businesses, and you're able to create custom posters, social posts, and have more from your reviews and updates about your business profile on Google. And remember, this marketing kit is free, so do sign up for it because it's going to be very beneficial for your business. So, what is the difference between search engine optimization and search engine marketing? So, search engine optimization is free. And that's the main benefit of it. You don't have to pay anything in order for you to be ranked on Google, right? So you are basically ranked on Google based on the relevancy of the search query. And search engine marketing is basically where you pay, but you only pay when someone actually clicks on your ad. For example, if your advertisement is served 10 times, or it had 10 impressions, right? But it's only clicked on once, then you only pay once. And Google optimizes by sending relevancy signals to the likes of Google based on your web pages and your incoming links and other factors like your reviews, right? And with search engine marketing, we just don't choose the keywords and bid. So it's much easier to be visible for more important keywords than your search engine optimization. And with search engine optimization, remember this is the free part of a channel, right? And with search engine optimization, it can take quite a lot of time depending on the nature of your competition and the type of search queries that you are trying to rank for, right? For example, if you are trying to rank for first page of pizza, it might take us months, right? However, if we become a bit more specific and we say pizza restaurant in Braamfontein, and that might only take a few weeks because it's more specific and there's lesser competition overall because we were specific that we want a pizza restaurant that is located in Braamfontein. So now that we've seen the difference, now let's get started with search engine marketing. Remember, search engine marketing is the paid version, and this is where we will explain the process of setting up a Google advertisement. And first, you create a campaign on Google Ads, right? And what you do is you log on to Google Ad with your Google account. If you don't have a Google account, you then create one. And each advertisement or each ad has its own or rather it starts with a campaign. So if you sell a lot of products, then campaigning helps you organize how you promote your product. For example, if you're a shoe seller, you might campaign for men boots, or you might campaign for woman shoes, or or rather your winter Wellingtons, right? So when you are focusing on search advertisement, you will then select the search network to ensure that your ads are shown there, right? Once you have logged into Google Ads, you now choose your targeting options, right? This is where you select your goals. And then you choose your city or even specific postcode. You can choose a larger geographic area in order to reach more search volume, likely, right? And then from there, you specify the times of the day or specific days of the week where you want your ad to run, right? Or not to run. And this gives you an opportunity as well to set a specific budget for your campaign. You enter a bid, you make sure that it's relatively low to begin with so that you can get to understand how these keywords perform initially. And then once you have set up or created your campaign, you then pick your keywords. Remember the keywords that we spoke about. And it's very important for your campaign. This is where you add your keyword list that is related to your ad. You make sure this is tightly themed to your campaign in order to strengthen your campaign or how it appears there. So you need to align your keywords with your business goals. You need to manage your match types. You need to also refine those negative keywords so that they do not affect your campaign. From there, you need to write a compelling advertisement. Keep your headlines in line with what people are searching for. Make sure you include a promotion or an offer. Focus on what the users need. Create a copy that appeals across all devices. This be it whether it's seen on a laptop, a phone, or a tablet. Make sure it's appealing in all devices. Focus on the headlines. Implement all ad extensions if need be, right? And what are the top tips in terms of your search engine marketing tip? Curate your key list, right? The relevancy of a keyword to your advertisement impacts the click-through rate and the quality of your advertisement. The more often your advertisement get clicked, the higher the quality score and the less you have to pay for your bid, right? And you need to boost your ad extensions. One of the quickest and easiest way to improve your click-through rate is by implementing ad extensions to your advertisement. And these makes your advertisement stand out and to have an overall value proposition. And these also are completely free and actually can make your ad cheaper in the long run. Another thing, you need to connect your Google Ads to your Google Analytics account so that you get to understand what exactly do your customers do once they have clicked on the page that they've landed to. And you also see, or rather guide them through the journey of your website so that you eventually convert it to whatever that you want them to do on your site. Now we're going to look at display marketing, or rather we're going to grow our businesses with social media. And with social media, this is where a lot of people spend a lot of time, me myself included. And this is a great way for us to or rather for our businesses to communicate with our audiences, and because this is where a lot of them hang out, right? So it's a good top and bottom funnel for our marketing, because on social media you can reach new people, you could nurture current customers, and also turn those current customers into your advocates, right? If you are considering starting social media for your company, right, it could be a good idea to add value to it. And one of the benefits is that you get to generate more sales, with up to 77% of the population in Africa are on social media platforms such as Facebook, which makes it a good place for us to connect with new customers, to reach new audiences, to make new business opportunities, and to build relationship and networks that are available out there. And you also get to add value to a brand, because often it's used for customer service, where you respond to your customers quicker. You get to understand that with social media, it's a two-way conversation where you raise your customer service level, you start two-way conversations, you show a new side, of your business, and you build your own community. And then from there, you improve your marketing. So you get to understand your customers better, who they follow, when they follow, and it helps you get noticed on search, attract more people on site, and gain valuable insight, as well as keep an eye on your competitors. It's always important to get to know what your competition is doing out there. So now there's two types of social media. There's organic social media and then there's paid social media. So organic social media is the free part of social media, where the views, the actions, the clicks on your posts are free, where content appears on your business profile and the people that follow you, right? And this is where you can reach your followers and the friends of followers. And there's also paid social media. So this is the part where you pay for the views. You pay for, apologies, I'm just going to put my phone on silent. You pay for the ads that appear in more places. You get to reach anyone. So with paid social media, people don't have to follow you, right? You get to your advertisements get to be seen by basically or practically anyone. Now let's look at how you get started with social media marketing, right? First, you need to consider building your strategy, right? So you need to define your audience. Who are they? What are they into? What influences them, as well as when are they usually online, right? And you also consider which social medias do they use. Are they on Facebook? Are they on Instagram? Are they on Twitter? Are they currently on TikTok, right? And then from there, you choose a channel that you carefully like, right? You choose it carefully. This is where you need to understand whether you want to focus on it. You want your focus to be business or you want it to be lifestyle. Basically, do you want it to be LinkedIn or do you want it to be Instagram, right? And then once you've found which one you prefer, you start with one, you test how it works, you learn the ins and outs of that platform, and then you try another one. Because with different channels, they have different strategies, right? And they also have different ways to actually get into grips with them, get to understand them, and get to explore the different opportunities that come, or that comes with all these different platforms: your Facebook, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, your Instagram, and your YouTube. So you need to choose a channel that better suits your company, right? And again, remember that a lot of these channels have analytics available, so you need to learn them as well and understand how they work. For example, Facebook allows you to view engagement of your post, as well as how many people that post has reached, right? Thirdly, you need to think about the types of content that you may wish to post, and this may differ from platform to platform, right? But where you could start is thinking about, like, for example, people love to see a glimpse of what's going on in your business. So when you share announcement, that people love that. When you create useful how-to content, so if you're a bakery, maybe you could give them how to make a stable buttercream during summer, or you could run a theme or regular content feed where you know that Monday is Monday motivation, Tuesday is Tech Tuesday, Wednesday it's get to know us better, Thursday is throwback. Such themes where you constantly post and people get to understand your business and your content. And then while you post, show personality. There's a human being behind this content. So you need to share those photos, those videos, those blog articles, and a live broadcast if you have like a big announcement that you'd like to share live. So there's a lot of social medias that are out there. There's a lot of ways to use them. There's a lot of different objectives that can align to them. But before you start signing up and posting all over the place, start with a simple question. What are you hoping to accomplish with the social media platform? And now we're going to share our top tips in with regards to social media. And we saying set yourself a goal, right? What are you hoping to accomplish? Maybe you're looking for a faster way to respond to your customer queries. Maybe social media is a way for you to reach onto your existing customers and encourage them to buy from you more often. Next, understand your audience, right? Know your audience. Knowing your audience is key, right? So understand them, ensure that you understand them so well that you create content that targets them very well. And try to cut through all the noises with targeted and tailor message and create content that revokes action from your customers. Lastly, consistency and regular updates. It's important for you to be active on whichever platform that you decide to choose on in order to engage with your audience. So customers are looking for conversation, and you need to be able to engage with them regularly, answer those questions if they want to know more about your business, so that they get to understand your business much more and you get to have a two-way conversation with them. Now we're going to look at content marketing. So essentially, content marketing is a marketing strategy where we saying that you need to create content that sells the idea about your product or service. So basically, storytelling to in order to build relationships with your customers. So content marketing can be many different forms, right? But what we think of is content that engages and consumes your customers every day. Content that touches on points and that is truly engaging with your potential customers. And content such as your videos, your blogs, your case studies, your guides, from your YouTube shorts to research papers to success stories, to content that is short form, which is 300 to 500 words, to content that is long, which is 1,000 plus words. So short content are your Facebook posts, tweets, infographics, and long content are your blogs, those long blogs and articles, right? And how do you get started with content marketing? First, build your customer persona. It's a good way to start building an example of like you profiling your audience, right? This is where you get to understand your audience. And before you start designing and writing and building all that content, you define who your audience is. And then once you get to grasp on who's reading your content, then you start to create a customer journey map where you identify the steps that users will take in order to make a purchase. And then once you're there, you then create content, quality content that generate business. So you facilitate your customers journey through the content, you distribute content in the right channels, or rather the channels that you know suit your business, and then you include your call to action. Your call to action could be sign up, call us, email us, get a quotation. So such things are your call to action. So, what are the top tips in order to strengthen your content marketing, right? The tips are use content to facilitate your sales process, use storytelling in order to engage audience, distribute content to maximize reach, as well as measure your performance in order for you to make sure that you see what's working and what's not, and how to actually improve your content. And now we're going to look at the benefits of email marketing. We're going to get into communicating with your customers through email marketing. So email marketing is also a great addition to your digital marketing activities. And this is where you build your customer loyalty, your engagement, without actually breaking the bank. What happens here is you create personalized content where you customize your campaigns and create targeted content where also you collect your feedback and surveys. This is where you make sure you keep track of your customers' experience, of the content that they're reading. So with email marketing, it helps you understand your customers through your customer satisfaction surveys, where you obtain this feedback through email campaigns. And then from there, you connect with an already engaged audience, right? Because remember, with email marketing, it's permission based, which means that we actually opted into your newspaper. We gave you the opportunity to communicate with us. So we cared enough about what you sell. So we were even willing to actually share our email addresses because we want to hear from you. So by signing up with your email address, the audience, the audience extend an invitation to you because they want to hear from you. So for you, you need to give them useful information and give them relevant product offers, right? And what are the top tips with, or rather, how do you get started with email marketing? You select an email marketing platform, right? And there's quite a lot of email providers out there, and most of them offer similar features. So you need to compare the functionalities that they deliver. But there's also free platforms. There's also the more advanced platforms. But you could start with a few, the likes of your MailChimp, which is a really good one if you're just starting out. But once you get into deep and you want to get the paid versions or much more advanced email platforms, you can go after your active campaign, your send, grid, or your drip, right? And then from there you build a list of relevant content. You make sure that you get permission in order to contact people. You invite them to subscribe, and then you segment your groups, right? You group them into smaller pieces, and then you make sure that whatever content that you create, it's relevant to that specific group, right? And then from there you select a relevant and useful content. So you make sure that your content is most important part of your newsletter, and you create and gather content that is compelling and that speaks to your readers, because you need to treat them as VIPs, right? Because these are the people that actually gave you permission to get into their inboxes. And then whilst you're there, you show a bit of some personality, right? This is where you give them your voice. This is where your tone and the sense of humor is important, because we signed up to hear from you. So give us a little bit of the human form as you share this content. And then while you're there, keep it useful. Think about all the emails that we open and delete right away. So we don't want to open your email and delete it. So make sure it's beneficial to your customers. Hence, it's important to group and segment your customer list. And the top tips for email marketing, like I said, segment and group your list. Make sure you tailor your messages to your specific audience. Keep it short and simple. We are bombarded with emails every day, so we need yours to keep it to the point. Make sure that I'm able to scan it quickly and see if I wanted to read or not. Make sure that you measure the open and click through rate and tweak your campaigns. You need to check the clicks, determine the success of your campaigns. You need to understand if people are unsubscribing to your campaign. So check if people unsubscribed after reading a campaign. Check if there were signups after reading a campaign. So that way you get to understand and see if your list is growing or not. So I know we have spoken quite a lot, but we're going to pause for a moment to see if we have any question. Right. Okay. I see we don't have any questions. And then now we're going to start and actually take you through building a digital marketing plan. So a digital marketing plan has 6 key stages, right? And those stages are: one, we build, we look at our business goals and objectives, right? Number two, we look at our budget and the resources that we have. Three, we consider our audiences. Four, we decide which channel we want to work with. Then we plan our activities, and then we set our SMART KPIs. SMART meaning specific, measurable, assignable, realistic, and time related. Specific as in we target a specific area for improvement. Measurable meaning that we quantify, right? An indicator of progress. Assignable meaning that we need to specify who will do that specific task, or rather that goal, right? And then we need to be realistic, right? Even though we want it to be challenging, we need to also make sure that we can realistically achieve that goal given the available resources that are there. And then from there, time related, we need to make sure we specify time in order to achieve that goal. Now, let's put all this together through a mock scenario. This is where we're going to put it into practice. First, like we said, you determine your business goal and objective, right? So, a successful business is based on their goals as well as objectives. So, we need to clarify the purpose of your business and identify those necessary actions, right? Goals are basically general statements that are desired for achievement, while objectives are those specific steps or actions in order for us to reach that goal. Now we're going to read the goal that we see on our screen. And here, Mondly says, "Hi, I am Mondly. I'm a hairdresser. And my business goals are to get more customers through my door. This is new and past, and make more people in my area know my business exists." Here we have read Mondli's business goal, and we stated now that business goals should always align with your online objectives. And here his business goals are basically to make people be aware that he exists, to sell more products, to be found by more people, as well as get more returning customers. But the online objectives that we can align with the business goal is that we need to increase online reach and awareness, we need to increase website sales, increase social media page likes and followers from customers, as well as increase traffic to the website. So, what are the example of online objectives? Like we said, increase traffic to website, increase online sales, increase social media likes, increase online reach and awareness. So now, how do you align your business goals with your objectives? For example, if you want to make people aware that you exist, then you need to set a goal to increase your reach and awareness. If you want to sell more products, we need to set a goal in order to increase our website sales. But if you want to be found by more people, then we need to increase our social media likes and followers from customers. And if we want to get more returning customers, then rather we need to look into setting a goal where we increase our website traffic. Right? So now we've looked at step one of actually building a digital marketing plan. Let's look at step two. So now, what are the possibilities? What do you have? What are your resources? Step two, we look at budget and resources. So here you need to give yourself an honest statement about your challenges and your finances. And Monthly here says that I don't have a website yet, as it's too much of an investment right now. And then once you have thought about your budget, think about your audience, right? And Monthly here says that I'm targeting females in my local area. My most valuable customers are females above 30 years old. They normally have children and work part-time. Most of them use females. So what he has here is that his demographic is the location. He's identified the location for where the traffic will be coming from. He looked at the age, so he identified the trends from his existing customer base, right? He looked at the job title where he gets a rough idea of his existing customers, right? And then he also looked at the psychographic information. This is the goals. What goals is your persona looking to achieve? The challenges, the common problems that your audience face, and the interest. You need to identify what your customers like and if it helps your future content creation and partnership. From there, you align, or rather, you look at your marketing channels, because not all marketing channels will suit your business goals. So you need to consider which channel work best for you. And you do this by aligning your aligning the channels to your online objectives. For example, if you want to increase reach and awareness, then look into your content marketing and your social media as well as display. If you want to increase your website sales, then look at your search engine marketing, search engine optimization, as well as email marketing. Remember, how you choose your channel will determine by the resources that you have. If, for example, budget is tight, you can opt for search engine optimization, where you leverage your keywords in order for you to be ranked highly on Google search. And then you have increased traffic to website. So you have your search engine marketing, your search engine optimization, your email marketing. And if you want to increase your customer loyalty, then you could consider social media, email marketing, and content marketing. Like we said, you choose a channel based on your target audience and your goals. So there's two types of marketing strategies. There's inbound and there's outbound. So inbound marketing strategy is the strategy that attracts customers by creating valuable content that is tailored to them. So your search engine marketing, search engine optimization, content marketing or blogging, organic social media, and your Google My Business, which is also known as Google Business Profile. And then there's also outbound marketing, which is a marketing strategy that pushes messages to your potential customers. This is where you look at your display advertisement, your email marketing, your paid social, your affiliate marketing, as well as your broadcasting marketing. Step 5. Now you have looked at your business goals, you looked at your budget, you've looked at your target audience, you looked at the different channels. Now you need to plan your activity, right? And Mondly says that my online objectives are to reach more people in my local area and get more returning customers. I don't have a website yet, as it's too much of an investment right now. How could I use digital tools to actually help me, right? And this is how we thought he would potentially look at his challenge. Firstly, like we said, he could list his business on Google My Business and also create a free website through Google My Business. He could set up a Facebook page and collect reviews, post pictures of customers' hairstyle, as well as use Facebook advertising in order to target people in his area and offer an offer so that he could attract new customers. And step six, this is where you set your smart KPIs. So KPIs need to be defined according to your core business objectives. And one way to evaluate the relevance of your performance indicator is to use the SMART criteria. And like we said, the letters typically means specific, measurable, assignable, realistic, and time bound, right? And we said you need to think about if your objectives is specific, if you can measure the progress towards your goal, and rather is your goal realistically attainable, and how relevant is your goal to your organization, and do you have a time frame in order to achieve that goal. For example, Mondley's KPI is to increase his sales by 20% within 3 months, and to also increase his brand awareness on Facebook by growing his audience with new people by 40%. But now, do you remember that Mondley is a hairdresser, right? Now, let's look at an overall overview of his digital marketing plan. And Mondley said here his business goal is to reach more people in his local area and get more customers through his door. And his online objective is to increase an online reach and increase returning customers. His audiences are females 39 to 45, local area, and are his past customers. And which channel is he going to use? He's going to use his local search engine optimization. Remember, he's going to create a free website through Google My Business and use Facebook to post his customers' hairstyles and potentially look at the reviews and connect with his customers. And activity, he's going to build a website to boost his visibility through Google My Business. He's going to use Facebook to advertise to people in his local area. And his smart objective is to increase his bookings from his past customers by 20% in the next quarter and increase his Facebook page likes from new customers by 40% within the next month. So now we're just going to look at the 6 steps of building a digital marketing plan again. So, like we said, step one is business goals and objectives. Step two is budget and resources. Step three is looking and understanding at your target audience. Step four is picking the right channels for your business. Step five, you plan your activity. And then step six, you measure your SMART objectives. You measure how well, or rather, how you will see that you have done well with your digital marketing plan. I am now going to pause for a few minutes. I have said quite a mouthful, so I'm just going to pause to see if we have any questions. Right. Right, so we have reached the last part of our session, but I just wanted to remind you that Google does offer a free bootcamp if you do own a small business and you are ready to scale up and grow. All you have to do is sign up for Google Hustle Academy at the link that is shown on the screen. This is a wonderful bootcamp that has proven to be a success in many businesses. Please do take the opportunity to sign up for it. And what is the next step from here? The next step is that you take an opportunity to actually create a digital marketing plan. When you do have a moment from your busy schedules, you then create a digital marketing plan. Remember to choose the channels that are relevant to your business and suit your business need. Choose channels that align to your business objectives and your goals, and also align with your budget. And if you want to hear more about our upcoming sessions, or you want to know more about digital tips and tricks, you can also follow us on Google Digital Skills for Africa on our different social media channels. You can follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, as well as Twitter. On Twitter, we are Digital Skills AF. On Facebook, we are Digital Skills for Africa. On Instagram, we are Digital DKills AF. You can also follow us, which is SchoolNet South Africa, to find out more about sessions that we may have. We are SchoolNet SA on Facebook, SchoolNet SA on Instagram, SchoolNet SA on Twitter, as well as SchoolNet South Africa on LinkedIn. Do follow us to know about our upcoming sessions, and thank you so much for making the time to join our sessions today. Do have a great afternoon, and thank you for joining us.